Well, it's that time once again for Classic Tabletop RPG Friday here at RPG Elite. And we're going to mosey on and slide right into our series we've been doing now for a few months, the Classic Traveler RPG series. You gotta love that. I've been enjoying it. For the most part, I've been enjoying it because you do have those days just when you're working that you're like, man, I just ain't digging this today. That's in every job that you ever have. Don't let anybody else ever tell you any different. You will have days like that. You have less days like that when you're doing something that you love. All right. Thank you for coming through. If this is your first time coming to the channel, my name is Servant of Shiloh. This is RPG Elite, the place where I focus on putting the RP back into RPG by giving you tools, tips, tutorials, and real talk about the tabletop RPG space and culture. And if during this video or any time in the series, because again, it is an entire series, you want to get up on this, then there are links down in the description below that'll take you either to DriveThru RPG or it'll take you to Amazon, depending on if you like them in a PDF form or if you like the hardcover, you like to have things in your hand. I feel you on that. I feel you. And you can have both of them. Down in the description below is where you can find all the links for that. So we're going to get started in this right now with travel and traveling. You knew we had to go there, right? I mean, come on. The name of the game is Traveler. So we're going to start this. And then on the other side, I have the question of the vid. So let's get to it, y'all. And roll them. Interplanetary travel is travel within the same system. It is travel between locations that orbit the same star. So for example, from Earth to Mars. And this can be done with all manner of spaceships or small craft or non-starships and starships. Interplanetary travel times are determined through a formula when it can't be referenced directly on the travel time table. That's the easiest way to figure out non-jump travel times if it's listed on the far left-hand column. If you are averse to math, this might be the place where you zone out.
I have no idea what we're talking about. I haven't heard anything you've said.
Personally, I'm not a real big fan of these kinds of things. When you have formulas and things like, I don't think anybody think that is fun. Now, I get it. They're going for that hard sci-fi feel in Classic Traveler. Plus, you are not supposed to be doing this during a session, but you just might have to. So I want to go ahead and let's get into how to do at least one of these formulas so you just know. As we're looking at the travel times here, you can see on the left-hand column here that they have kilometers, and it makes huge jumps. It goes from 1,000 to 10,000, 10,000 to 100,000. Okay, so there's all kinds of play in between there, right? Let's go ahead and let's do one of these travel formulas to see how much time it would take us to get or travel a certain distance. So let's say, for example, that I needed to know how long it would take me to go 7,000 kilometers. It doesn't have that on this table, but we can figure it out because we know two of the things. And let's say that I'm going at 3G. Let's say 3G. So how long is it going to take me to go 7,000 kilometers? And the first thing we're going to need to do is we need to convert everything. Let's go back here to the formula. The formula that we're going to be using is the one to figure out time. So that's the T. We already know two of these, right? We know the distance and we know the acceleration. However, the distance and acceleration needs to be converted. Because the distance is in kilometers, we need to change that into meters. Now, if we go over here to the calculator, I know I'm going 7,000 kilometers, but if I want meters, I have to multiply that times 1,000. That is going to give me 7 million meters. Then we have to do acceleration. All right, well, acceleration is multiplied times 10, and we're going at 3G. So that's going to be 30. So it's going to be 7 million divided by 30. And that's going to equal 233,333.33333. And so we're just going to drop the 33333 there. So we're just going to do 233,333. And that needs to be a square root. All right, so I did that wrong already. So let me go back and let me just clear all that real quick, because you're going to click square root here, and then you're going to put in 2,333.33. Okay, and then you're just going to press equals. So it's 483.0455. Okay, we're going to drop all the rest of that stuff right there and do 483. All right. 483 multiplied by 2 equals 966, and all time is in seconds. It's very weird. Don't know why, but it's all in seconds. And now, if you want to know how long it's going to take you, it's 966 seconds. Or if you want to know minutes, of course, you're going to divide that by 60. And it's going to be 16.1 minutes. So a little bit over 16 minutes is what it's going to take you traveling at 3 Gs to go 7,000 kilometers. That's how that works. Interstellar travel is travel between systems that orbit different stars. So this is only possible with starships like a Scout Courier, Beowulf Free Trader, or my own Phineas Javelin. Thankfully, it's easy to figure out jump time. The amount of hexes between locations on a map will take 1 jump, and each jump takes a week. There you go. The only thing you have to figure out is how much time it will take to get to your destination once you are out of jump. And that's when you go to the travel time table. What you will need to consult also on the travel time table is the safe distance that you need to be from a world before you can jump. And that's on the far right-hand column here. And sometimes, if it's going to take about an hour, maybe 2 hours, getting to that point can be an adventure in and of itself. There are 5 different types of passages you can have on a ship. So let's go through all 5 of these real quick. Now, a high passage is the equivalent of traveling first class, baby. These people have the moolah to pay for the passage. They have decent entertainment. They're going to have a steward to take care of their needs. They're going to have great food, and they're going to stay in a nice stateroom instead of a chamber. Of course, you are going to pay for this. This is 10,000 credits a pop. Middle passage is what you get once all of the high passage passengers are taken care of. And though middle passengers do get staterooms, they don't receive any of the amenities. They can only have 1 kilo of baggage to take with them compared to the 1,000 that a high passage allows. If a ship is short on a particular crew, they may hire out and pay not in credits, but in passage. It's called a working passage. So they will get you from point A to point B if you work for it. This often means that you're going to have some kind of skill that's valuable to them to use for starship operations. When you're low on cash, you just got to get someplace, then low passage just might be the way to go. You get a tube and a trip into cryo sleep, which puts you in suspended animation. Now, the plus side of that is that your aging comes to a halt and you need very little life support. The other plus is that it only costs 1,000 credits. Okay, so that's the good news. The bad news is that there's a possibility you just won't survive the trip. Yeah, there it is. It's like all the pharmaceutical company commercials. It's convenient and it's good, but it might kill you. And we'll put that in the very fast, small print that we say. When the ship lands, someone in low passage berth has to roll a 5+2 revive. Things like low endurance, that's having an endurance of 6 or less, is going to give you a -1 DM through the result. And having a medic on standby with medic 2 skill or higher will give you a +1 DM. Failure means, yep, you guessed it, you didn't be dead. You gone.
Hasta la vista, baby.
It's over. Time to go and roll up a new character. And there are no refunds for failing to survive a trip. Now, of course, you would be dead, so it wouldn't matter, and surviving family or friends, they ain't getting a dime. So it's just a risk that you take. Well, things sometimes can get really desperate, and when you're real desperate, you can try stowaway on a ship. Now, of course, it's desperate because that's illegal. Each day that you're stowed away on a ship, there's a chance that the crew may discover you on a roll of 4+. In addition, yeah, you better be careful what ship you decide to stow away on, because if you are discovered, then a reaction roll follows for the ship's captain, and a roll of 6 or less will have you hightailing it out of an airlock without a vac suit. It's called spacing, and that, again, would be the end of your character. Well, we got more on traveling in Traveler next week in our next video, God willing, so be here for that. But if you got any value out of this video at all, and it helped you in any way, or maybe you found out some new information, could you do me a solid? Could you do me a favor and just crush the like button for me, please? Also, if you want to stick around, folks, hey, stick around and join our community, man. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. The community is growing. We've got our own personal server. Oh, wait a minute. Well, it's not everybody here. It's only those who are part of the Leet squad. So how do you become part of the Leet squad? Which, number one, free giveaways every single month. I give away one thing. I try to work with other vendors, try to keep connected, and trying to give you those things that you may find very useful in getting your RPG sessions to be more immersive and enjoyable. You get to be part of our private Guilded server. You get to be part of everything that goes on there. You get access to the adventures and solo RPG stuff and other content that you're not gonna get access to either here or at the RPG Elite HQ, which is the website. So there are perks that are constantly growing being part of the Leet squad, and it is worth it. So what I'd like for you to do, if you're interested, only if you're interested, is to go down and hit that link. It's the first link that you're gonna see down in the description. It says Leet Squad sign up. Hit that link. It's gonna take you to a landing page. You can put your name in, and then you're also going to put your email, and then you're also going to hit that blue button. And after you hit the blue button, y'all, you become part of the Leet squad. You get those perks automatically, and we're always expanding, always. And the Guilded server, we only got a handful of people right now, but I'm telling you, it has been a great experience. And making it a private server was it was such a good move. It's just such a good move because you just don't have any old body coming through. I'm not into the vanity metrics like a whole lot of people are. I'm into having a very cohesive and actually enjoyable and encouraging community. So that's what we're building here. So it's gonna take a little while, but we're getting it started right now, and you can get in on the ground floor. Question of the vid. We always had to have that, right? Question of the vid is this. So I was talking about 2 different modes of travel. There's a low berth and there's a stowaway, and those are both dangerous. They are both potentially dangerous. All right, so the question of the vid is this. You had to choose. It's the only choices that you had. You had to choose between either one. Which one would you choose out of those 2 dangerous, potentially dangerous options? Low berth or stowaway, and tell us why you would choose that. Let's get some engagement going down in the comments. That is going to do it for me. That's it. That's all I got for this one. I'm going to get out of here, so you know what that means. Let's do my snaggle push.
So exit, stage left.
If you got a game this weekend, folks, happy gaming. I hope it is an RPG Elite session. I got a whole bunch of work to do this week, man, but I'm excited about it. There's a lot of things happening in RPG Elite land, and I praise God for it, and I thank God for you guys and you guys staying here. All right, well, let me get out of here. So you know what that means, right? Peace! 5,000 elites. Brothers, outie.